Hi everyone, this is Strange Sessions with Jose Barrera. Tonight we're going to dive into radiation, and we're going to splash into, can radiation harm us like we see in those scary movies we watch? Now here we go. Get ready for a boatload of strange to be loaded down your ear in this session we call the Strange Sessions with Jose Barrera. Okay, we're going to stop it right there, and we're going to start talking about radiation and the stories that we heard about, like Chernobyl. Well, I heard about that. I never really knew about Chernobyl until the movie came out. But then I witnessed Fukushima in real life. So, I kind of got to see less drastic Chernobyl type event happen. But I think Fukushima is telling us a lot of good news instead of reporting the bad news that we should be getting into our minds and thinking and processing and realizing what nuclear radiation and nuclear power and nuclear technology really is to our race, and that it can exterminate us as much as it can farewell give us money and new technologies from it. So I'm going to be letting one of the people that want to be heard and be get their story out, what they've been researching online. They're going to be coming up right now, and believe me, you're going to be freaked out. This guy's a good reporter. He's doing a good job. He's getting it out, and I'm farewell just putting it out more for him. So let's get to that guy, and let's get to Unanimous and see what he got to say about this. Okay, let's get down to the strange. Get your ear holes ready. Here we go.
This article that I'm looking at right here just makes me want to puke. It literally just makes me sick. I want to throw up. Scientists say stop worrying about Fukushima radioactivity in West Coast fish. Are you serious? Are they acting like these fish just stay right there along the shorelines of Japan, and that the currents don't travel, and there's no stream that carries the currents around the world? They're not understanding that this stuff is going everywhere. It's hitting California, guys. I'm looking at this article right here, and they're talking about it's almost been 3 years since the quake and tsunami that struck Japan. Hundreds of millions of gallons of radioactive water were released from the Fukushima nuclear plant. Fish there have been contaminated, and some of Japan's fisheries are still closed due to ongoing leaks. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that right there speaks volumes for itself. Things like this, and they're telling me one of the samples The 37 Black Sea bream specimens caught some 37 kilometers south of the crippled power plant tested at 12,400 becquerels per kilogram. Now, I'm not a radiation specialist. That is not my field. But I do know enough that 12,400 becquerels per kilogram is not a good sign, guys. What is a becquerel? Let's go over here. Let's look at this. One of three units used to measure radioactivity, which refers to the amount of ionizing radiation released when an element, such as uranium, spontaneously emits energy as a result of the radioactive decay or disintegration of an unstable atom. It goes on down here, it breaks it down a little bit more. One becquerel represents a rate of radioactive decay equal to 1 disintegration per second, and 37 billion becquerels equals 1 curie. Well, what's a curie? One of three units used to measure the intensity of radioactivity in a sample of material. This value refers to the amount of ionizing radiation released when an element, such as uranium, spontaneously emits energy as a result of the radioactive decay. And it's going to break the curie back down into becquerels for us, so not much more to go into. Now, all this radiation that's hitting us, guys, from Fukushima is going to take its toll on us. It is affecting us. It's all over the United States on the West Coast. It's hitting us. The Pacific Ocean, guys, it circulates. Just doesn't stay in Japan. And they're not realizing that. I cannot believe the audacity of these people to come out and say, stop worrying about Fukushima radiation, when we have a ton of people on the West Coast taking radiation readings for themselves, and they're presenting their findings out there. Now, what's going on with Fukushima? Japan, you guys are spending billions of dollars to go out and put a space net to collect space debris and help it fall back down to Earth and help clean up the orbits around our Earth. Why don't you clean up your own shit, Japan? Clean it up. Don't spend billions going into space to try and test an idea to clean up space junk when you need to be spending billions testing ideas on how to clean up your damn radiation that's fucking up the world, man. This is not even funny anymore. And I think that this is going to be my topic of focus for the year, because I just think that this is bullshit. I live in Arizona. I'm not near the coastline. I don't eat seafood. I haven't eaten seafood for decades because I come from the California coastline and I already know it's dirty. I know where these fish come from. I know where it goes. The same stuff caught in the Pacific Ocean travels all the way to the Midwest, just like everything in the Atlantic travels all the way to the Midwest from the East Coast, and they kind of meet in the middle. If I'm in Arizona, do you ever think that there's any chance in hell that I'm going to eat seafood that had to be shipped over here? No, that's not fresh. And even going to the coast, now we're just eating radiation. That's all that we're eating, guys. What are the effects? What can the effects of this be long term? Gee, what happened at Chernobyl? Right? Let's look at Chernobyl. Where do I got that Chernobyl report? Let's see. Chernobyl, right here. Chernobyl, if you guys are not familiar with this was a Russian nuke plant that went. And it really went, guys. The picture you're looking at here are some of the armaments that they used to help clean up the material and clean up the accident. And this stuff is still sitting in Chernobyl. Why? Because it's radioactive. It's unusable. We go down, we look at some more of this stuff, guys, and right here we have a mutated cult. A mutated cult. Let's see, Ukrainian Academy of Sciences member. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one, guys. Holds a preserved mutated cult. And they nicknamed this one the Gorbachev cult. And we can see the deformities coming out here all around it. These are the effects that happen, guys, and these are the effects that are taking place in the ocean. The fish that we're catching, those aren't the ones that we really want to be looking at. The ones that we're not catching are the ones that we want to look at. The stuff that's deep in the ocean, the stuff that we don't normally fish. We want to look at how that's being affected. We want to see what kind of mutations are coming out of that. If you guys haven't seen this video, I don't want to steal his thunder. It's called Chernobyl Decay and Deformed. I'll put a link for this down in the box. I suggest you go ahead and watch it, because this is where Fukushima is going to be heading, except it's not going to be land-based, it's going to be sea-based. But the effects of it are going to carry over into land, because a lot of our products and food come from the sea. So of course, that being shipped all over the country, all over the world's currents taking this radioactive waste everywhere, things are going to be affected, guys, and this is something that we need to get on in 2014 and put our foot down and get Japan to clean this shit up once and for all. Let's take care of it. Go in, spend the money, do it once, do it right, get the shit done, Japan. Stop messing around, because you're just not messing around with yourself. You're messing around with the world. Now let's go over here and we're going to look at some of the mutations that people are claiming from Fukushima. These are just mostly vegetables, and we can see that these are not normal. They don't look normal. They don't grow normal. Get down here a little bit. I mean, look at this thing, guys. What else we got right here? Mutated Fukushima giant hornet responsible for multiple Nebraska casualties. Look at that, guys. Those are 4 times the normal size of the Asian wasp, and they're already big. Normally they're already huge, but these are 4 times the size. Can you imagine getting stung by one of those? And they have a very potent toxin. Their venom is very, very strong. Let's see what it says here. As if the size wasn't horrific enough, I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. The giant hornet also possesses venom which is nearly 2,000 times stronger than that of the common wasp. Okay, and I believe that they're talking about in the normal wasp has a venom nearly 2,000 times stronger. Don't quote me on this one, guys. You're going to have to do some searching on that one. So it's either the normal wasp puts out 2,000 times stronger, or it's these mutated wasps that are putting it out like that. But either way, look at this, guys. We got the, what was that? The Siamese twin whale that washed up. Everybody is saying that that was Fukushima related, and it very well could have been. That was a calf that washed up. Let me try and pull that up. So here we're looking at the 2-headed whale found in Mexico. If you don't know, Mexico still sits on the west coast here, runs straight down our west coast. This is what washed up on shore. Now they're saying that they were conjoined twins, or Siamese twins. Other people are saying this is due to radiation, or that the twins didn't split due to radiation. The people are just not clear, and they're not agreeing with each other on exactly what is going on here. But we can see for sure what's going on here. We do have a 2-headed whale. Now it's a calf. It's a very a small whale, so it is a calf, probably just a week old. Was it caused by Fukushima radiation? Were these going to be twin whales? It's very rare, but did they not separate because of the Fukushima radiation? It's very, very possible. Whales migrate all over the world. They travel the oceans of the world. They are never in one place as well. So just because you see something like this, say this washed up on the other side of the world where nothing is being affected yet, it can still be due to the Fukushima radiation, because during the pregnancy, that whale, the mother whale, could have been lingering in the waters around Japan and spent most of its pregnancy there feeding. We don't know. So we got to keep an eye on this. As soon as I get a chance, when my Geiger counter comes in, first thing I'm doing, headed to the California coast. I'm saying bye-bye to Arizona. More than likely, I'm going to end up packing up my stuff and locking the house up here, and I'm just going to rent an apartment out there for 6 months to a year, and I'm going to spend my time on Fukushima doing radiation readings down on the Pacific coast over there, because this is just absolutely out of control, and the world just doesn't seem to care. And again, when I see headlines that tell me don't worry about it, I gotta call bullshit. Big time bullshit. So I'm going to come back to you guys in a week, maybe a little less, and I'll have an update with some new Fukushima readings and whatnot. I'll see what's out there, and we're going to keep track on this one this year, guys. I think this is probably going to be my main focus outside of the UFO realm. This is going to be my main focus, and I'm going to go hard on this one. If you like the video, do me a favor.
If you are viewing this film, then we are under extraterrestrial attack. Beware, your brain may no longer be the boss. If you are beginning to doubt what I am saying, you are probably hallucinating. Listen carefully.
Hi, this is Jose Barrera. This is the Strange Sessions. I'm really worried about this whole thing, man. You know, it's not even cool. We got these capitalists, presidents, or whatever you want to say they are, around this world, and, you know, they're letting all these things happen. And we're going to be the ones that are going to be suffering, because when all hell breaks loose, they're going to run and hide. Hopefully they have a plan for us to save our backs. But history says that they might just blast off and go to another star, another planet, and leave us here to boil and die in our own horrible deaths. Maybe that's hell on earth. Maybe that's what the Bible and all the talk is, and all the stuff pushed into it. But I'm telling you right now, I don't like it. And I hope that they find a solution to these nuclear power plants, because they may damn well be the end to the world. Now, if you go to this website talking about the major places in America and in the world that will be devastated by certain earthquakes and stuff like that, I have the full name and everything, but I think it's headed by FEMA. They talk about all of the nuclear places in America and other parts of the world, and the safest parts of the United States. Why? Why? Why are they telling us this? Why did they make this? Why did they create nuclear technology, radiology? Yes, for medicine, to treat cancer. But did they really have to experiment this far with radiation and power plants? I don't think so, people. We have far better technology to explore than nuclear technology. Solar technology, wind technology, water technology, natural gas technology. And they want us to drive around all day in these cars and kill everybody with the pollution that we make, just driving to work and driving back. They want us to fill our mouths with nuclear radiation when we eat these animals that are in these certain spots around the world, or even fed with experiment technology and medicines that may contain radiation, like our fruits and vegetables and our crops. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to go to this next thing we have. So get ready, because some more strange is going to be loaded into your mind through your ears.
If you are viewing this film, then we are under extraterrestrial attack. Beware, your brain may no longer be the boss. If you are beginning to doubt what I am saying, you are probably hallucinating. Listen carefully.
Hi, we have another anonymous person that wants to talk about the two-headed whale that washed up in Baja California. Here we go.
And we see a two-headed whale washed ashore in Baja California. I believe these came out yesterday before they started making their way around the internet. So I found a site called Animal Politico, which has more pictures of this creature that looks like it's been mutated. Looks like two whales fused together. You can see the two separate heads. Later on in the pictures you'll see the two separate tails. While you're looking at these pictures, consider the fact that we have seen very strange behavior from the sea life in the Pacific Ocean. We have seen dolphins, humpback whales, pilot whales, anchovies, even pelicans that eat on the food are migrating in places they normally aren't because that's where the fish are. A lot of people believe it has to do with the Fukushima and the hundreds of tons of radiation being poured into the Pacific Ocean every single day and being carried along the currents over to the west coast. Now, this looks like a mutated animal. It does. I could be wrong. Maybe this is just a rare find. But it does look like a mutated animal, and considering the amount of dead, shall we say, animals that are being reported to be on the bottom of the ocean shelf, they're saying 98% of the ocean floor is scattered with dead animals. So it's not a far reach to think that this has something to do with Fukushima. This has something to do with mutations that we're going to start seeing. This does look like a young whale. It's small compared to adult whales. And, well, you can decide for yourself. Take a look. Decide for yourself whether you think this has anything to do with animals being mutated from radiation that's poisoning the Pacific Ocean or not. Have a good day.
That's the end of the show for tonight. Hope you got some good insight on the strange sessions with Jose Barrera. Tonight we delved into radiation and can radiation cause mutations we have seen on movies. What do you think? Have a good day, night, evening, or whatever. Thank you for tuning in to the Strange Sessions with Jose Barrera. Have a good night, day, evening, or whatever. Enemy of evil.